All right, you guys, we are live. We're live at our Q&A. Our Q&A got Keith Bennett and Gregory Bennett is in the house. If you guys have any um, questions as it relates to real estate investing, go ahead and put it in the comment section. What we normally do is we ask for questions and you guys send in questions ahead of time. But we didn't get any questions this time. So, so there's a few things that I do want to talk about, um, and then there may be some questions along the way. Keith, why don't you just go ahead and introduce yourself and just maybe talk a little bit about what some of our upcoming events like our Lunch and Learn
Yeah.
on Friday.
Hey everyone, Keith Bennett here. Most of the time known as Gregory's brother. Looks like I'm.
Your call has been forwarded to voice. You okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So hello everyone. Once again, Keith Bennett here. Want to talk to you about some of the events that we have coming on the horizon. Starting with Friday, we'll have a lunch and learn here at Greenbelt. We'll get together Friday, May 3rd, about 11 o'clock. And we're going to be going over wholesaling and where to find the best deals. Where are they at? And so we'll have a panel discussion. So I encourage you to come out, even if you think you know everything there is to know about wholesaling. There's certainly a few things that you can pick up along the way. So that's going to be Friday, May 4th. And then also May the 4th, that Saturday, we're going to have a shadow event. So if you're interested in going out in the field to shadow Gregory, let me know. Let me know. Just send me. I'll leave my number. Before the end of this broadcast here, and to give you some information on exactly where we will be this weekend. But it's a great opportunity to go and see what neighborhoods work versus ones that don't work. Where are the properties located? What type of property are we looking for? What type of tenant are we looking for? Is that tenant good for that property in that neighborhood? So you'll be able to get answers to those questions if you're curious about where are investors buying their properties. Are investors using the midterm rental strategy? And if that's the case, then there's certain other requirements that we go over, such as our proximity to, let's say, hospitals. If you were considering having nurses as your tenant, or it could be Section 8. Where are the neighborhoods? And so from month to month, we're at different areas. Some months we're in DC, other months we're in Baltimore or Prince George's County. So those are some of the activities that we have on the horizon for the month of May. So I encourage you to get involved. I encourage you guys also to go to the Bennett Boot Camp's community page if you have not already, and request access. That way you're always going to be in tune with other events that we have. You're able to maybe showcase your deals that you're working on, or if you have a deal, offering it to like-minded people in that space, to just kind of let people know what you're working on. And so that's all for now. But just stay tuned. Stay tuned because Greg and I we're organizing some really big things as we move into the summer months. We're already in Q2, so we want to help you guys out there also to reach your goals from quarter to quarter.
Yeah. And so, as Keith said, from time to time, we do free shadow or house tour events. we actually I don't know if Keith mentioned it or not. I'm coming off of real bad case of allergies and a viral infection. I had my whole left side of my face just, the whole left side. I couldn't see out of my left eye. I didn't even tell you that, Keith. My teeth was achy. I still can barely hear out of my left ear, but I'm all about 80% there now. But anyway, so we are going to Baltimore this Saturday, you guys. This Saturday, we're taking our coaching students. For you guys that are on here who are not coaching students, you're more than happy to tag along. I put my Instagram on here. If you want to DM me, some of you guys may know me, you can call me. But if you want to tag along on Saturday, we're going to probably look at about 2 properties in Baltimore and 2 of our coaching students. And so they've purchased them. They're going to tell us a story about why they purchased in the particular areas and what they've done to the properties. One of which has made his house basically into a rooming home, which is a model that we do see a lot of upscale rooming house. Some of you guys may have heard of Pad Split. If not, you can go to padsplit.com and you can just turn a regular row house into 4 or 5 bedroom houses and rent them out per room. And so one of our investors have done that, and then another investor, I think she bought her property off the auction, one of the auctions. And so she'll tell the story. So we're just going to go and just tour their houses. If you guys are interested, just let us know. And then we'll talk about why we love Baltimore and why I love Baltimore. I have a small portfolio of properties in Baltimore, primarily because Baltimore is the #1 residential rental area in the United States because you can buy low and rent high. And so we love going to Baltimore. The cash flow is wonderful. Obviously, you have to know the better areas of Baltimore. So we'll go over that. What are the better zip codes, the better neighborhoods, some neighborhoods to stay out of, the neighborhoods that we love. Like I love Patterson Park, where I can get in about 150, less than 100,000, but I can rent for upwards, if it's a midterm rental, in totality, $3,000 or $4,000 a month to like travel nurses. And so we'll go over all of those things on Saturday. Also, Keith, I think Keith mentioned the different types of buy and hold strategies. And so we have some of our coaching students, like one that we'll see Saturday. Her preference is her preference is Section 8. So she rents Section 8. And then the other, we're going to go to Marquise's property. He prefers the pad split model. Similar, Karen put on here Sam Wiegert. So Sam Wiegert is in my mastermind. And I think if you go to coliving.com, I think that's his site, but he's the master of co-living. That's basically what Marquise has done to his property. And so if you guys want to see a co-living property in effect, Saturday would be the time. Karen put on here, Sam Wiegert did this in Charlotte, bought a property and it has 8 bedrooms, rooming houses. Can this be considered it is co-living. So Karen, Sam is the king of co-living. I met him about exactly a month ago in Tampa. He's the king of co-living. He kind of, in my opinion, I mean, co-living and rooming houses has been around for a long time, but he kind of took it to a whole nother level. And so I would follow Sam Wiegert, just how, I'm not sure if you guys can you see the comments, Keith?
Yes. No, I can see Karen's. Yeah.
Well, this is Sam Wiegert. Just follow him on Instagram. He's I'm in a mastermind. This is for everybody. So I think Karen must follow him. And so follow him, co-living. And so the reason why co-living is so prevalent is because there's a shortage of affordable housing. And part of the reason why Marquise, one of our investors, one of my agent investors, kind of went to that model, and a number of our investors have. I don't know if I told you, Keith, but Nate Joy and I walked yesterday morning. About 6:30 in the morning. We walked, and that's the model he's
moving to.
He's going to as well, sort of the co-living. And so we'll teach you guys about that. Our coaching students already know that, but we'll see that. If you guys want to shadow us, just go to my Instagram, DM me, and we'll tell you where to meet, what time. I think it's 10 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah, we'll start at 10.
Okay. And so Karen said he did a podcast for Bigger Pockets. Okay. So that's great. We don't have a lot of you guys on here this time. If there's any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section. If not, we'll probably adjourn a little early. Give me more time to get over this little bug, this big bug I have. I am going to be, Keith mentioned the Lunch and Learn on Friday. So Friday is a Lunch and Learn. I'm going to go deep into wholesaling. I'm going to have Nate Joy with me. Some of you guys know Nate. If not, he's, in my opinion, one of the most successful investors in the area. He's done everything from wholesaling, buy and hold. He started off in Baltimore. Now he's doing luxury flips. So you can pick his brain on the luxury flip model, where he tries to buy a property maybe for $1 million, and he'll tell you how he finances it. Put about maybe $500,000 into it and sell it for $2 million. That's his model now, but he didn't start there. He started with Baltimore buying shells. As a matter of fact, to this day, his email address, you know his email address is, Keith?
Isn't it flipping something? No,
I just told you what it was. It's Baltimore Shells. I think it's Baltimore Shells at
that's right. Yep.
Yeah. To this day. But he'll tell you the story, and we may have another one of our investors on the panel. But him and I are going to take a deep dive into wholesaling. We're going to take a dive into novations. I'm in the middle of doing a couple of novations now. But more importantly, we're going to spend at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes on how to find properties, the best way to find properties in today's market, whether it's PPC, pay-per-click, PPL, pay per lead, which is really working for me now, postcards. All of these are what we call inbound marketing. So all the major inbound marketing channels, him and I are going to take a deep dive into. Barbara Barnes called. She may come by and talk about how to find probate deals. She's had a lot of success with that, and she may stop by. So we'll have a few people there. Try to come out. This is not going to be, I don't think we're going to have this live anywhere. We will record it, but not live. So try to be in the place on Friday. And then again, if you guys, free of charge, this is really for our coaching students, but if you want to shadow us in Baltimore on Saturday, just hit me up either on my Instagram or just call me. Anything else, Keith? We don't have any questions. Anything else that I need to go over? A lot of you guys are just getting started. May or may not have found your first deal. One thing that we are doing is we'd love to partner with you guys. We'd love to partner, do deal splits with you guys. If you find a deal, we're happy to split it with you. I had someone call me about a couple of weeks ago. They found a deal, didn't really know what to do with it. They did have the financing, and so we did a deal together. Another one called. We're going to do a novation together. They're not putting up any money. I said, look, let's just do this deal together. I did one in North Carolina about a month ago with one of our students, and we just did the deal together. So we want to do more deals with you guys. We want you guys to be successful. We're kind of changing our model where we want to partner with you guys and do deal splits. We do have a 3-day course coming up where I'm going to go deep into a lot of what we're going to be talking about in terms of wholesaling, novations, um, creative financing strategies, buy and hold strategies, where to find properties, and how you can go to. I don't know if let me try to put it in here while I speak. And Keith, you can talk a little bit about that. I know it's coming out what May 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Yeah, next I believe next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It'll be a virtual 3-day investor course, and so we're really excited about it. And you guys should take the time to make that investment and come on out and get trained up.
So I just put the link in the comment section. It's 190. The price is 197. You can go to that link. If you have any questions about it, you can call me, DM me, come out on Friday or Saturday, 2 free events. But in order for you to be successful, you got to get training. Like I get training every week. I'm part of a mastermind that was very expensive, but it's just because I want to be trained up so I can accomplish all my goals. And they say that like we need to stick together. Iron sharpens iron. And so let us help you. So we have the 3-day course coming up. You can register for that. It's next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Was it from 4 to 5:30?
Correct. Yep. 4 to 5:30.
4 to 5:30. It'll be virtual. It'll be live. You'll have handouts, contracts, scripts, all the marketing material you need. And the biggest thing is you're going to be part of our community, a community that's going to help finance your deals and help you go to another level as far as your finances, as far as your real estate investing. And again, you guys, we come here every Tuesday. Some of you guys are here for the first time. We'd love to stay on here for an hour or two just answering questions. And we have in the past, but sometimes days like today when we don't have any questions, we kind of, we'll stop early. So are there any questions whatsoever, you guys, that we can add? Anything worrying you guys? Any roadblocks that you see? Any hurdles of getting started? Anything that you're confused about? Anything that we can help you guys get another deal, close another deal, make money in this real estate market, which is really great for investors. It's just a wonderful market. For every market is great for investor, some sort of way. There's a lack of inventory now. So if you're a great wholesaler that can learn how to find deals, and I'm going to go over that on Friday and in our 3-day course. But if you're a wholesaler and can find deals, there's plenty of cash buyers that will buy these properties from you quickly above what we call MAO, above the maximum allowable offer. They will buy because there's a lack of inventory. There's not a lot of sellers selling now, but there's still foreclosures every day. There's still, unfortunately, people passing. So there's probate every day. There's lots of opportunity. People scaling up, scaling down, needing to sell their houses, wanting to sell their houses fast. I get calls every day. I spend money on marketing, so I get calls every day. And so you've got to get in the game. And so getting in the game means if you've got questions, this is a great platform for you to ask your questions, get them answered in real time. We will be right here next Tuesday. I got double duty next Tuesday. So next Tuesday, I've got the course and the Q&A. I will be right here at 8 o'clock. If you have any questions that you want to send in, I'm happy, or just ask while we're on the call. I'm happy to answer any questions. I've been doing this for over 30 years. Probably not a situation that I haven't run across. even, with the newer technology, with AI, I keep myself abreast on how we can use AI to better our investment business. If you are a real estate agent, you need to be a part of our community. Commissions are going to be slashed. Some people say in half, some people say by 25%, but the industry is changing. We're starting to see it now. We'll start to see it more in the middle of July. And then this time next year, I mean, it's going to be pretty drastic, in my opinion. Definitely a change. And so we've got to focus on other streams of income if you're an agent. And that stream is what you sell. But now you got to sell for yourself, real estate investing, which means you got to learn how to wholesale deals. You've got to learn how to do novations. You've got to buy and hold for passive income. Listing and selling real estate is not passive income, it's active income. You sell a house and you get paid. Now you got to go sell another house to get paid. That's active income. Passive income is you buy a house, you hold on to it, you get paid over and over and over again for the rest of your life and for the rest of your children's life. So you need to learn that. We're here to teach you that. And we've got plenty of opportunities, both free and paid, to teach you these things. Cynthia Graham has a question. I'm gonna put the question up here. Question is, can you give a high-level definition of a novation? Miss Cynthia, I'll give you a high level.
Cynthia, we appreciate your question because I'm willing to bet that there's others out there wanting to know what novations are about as well. So we thank you for that.
So simply put, Cynthia, novation to novate means to replace. Just means to replace. And so novation means that we're replacing us as a buyer with somebody else as a buyer, preferably someone that's going to live in the property. And so as an example, I use one of my PPL companies, paper lead company. I received the lead last week. I went to the property in Upper Marlboro, and for what the lady wanted, it wasn't a good wholesale deal. And I wasn't kind of interested in buying and holding, but no, I decided not to. It was kind of small. So here's what I told her. I told her she wanted, I think she wanted 300,000. And I said, I will give you 300,000. You and I will go under contract for 300,000. If you allow me to, in this case, spruce the house up a little bit, clean the carpet, paint the walls. If you allow me to do that and allow me to put the property on the MLS, I will give you what you want. My plan is, and she said, okay. And so we're supposed to sign the contract tomorrow between her and I at 300,000. I have a novation contract that I'll give you, Cynthia, that says that she's allowing me to novate, meaning find another buyer to replace myself and to put on the MLS. So I'm going to spruce it up a little bit, put it on the MLS, find a end buyer who will pay more than a cash buyer. And then there'll be a separate contract between that cash buyer and the owner. And she agreed. That's novation. That's what a novation is. I'm going to replace myself with someone else and let them buy it. But I already have a written agreement on how much they're going to make and how much I'm going to make. Our coaching students, we went out, was it last Saturday or Saturday? Must have been Saturday before last.
Yeah, a couple of Saturdays ago.
We went to a property that I am under contract for in Northwest, where it's the same scenario where I am under contract with the owner. I'm under contract with the owner. Under contract, I haven't closed. So it's not a double closing. I'm under contract with them. We've agreed on what they'll make. Mr. Miss Seller, can you give me an idea of how much money you want to make from this deal? not how much you want to sell it for, how much do you want to make? They told me. And I said, well, I really, if you allow me to make some improvements and put it on the MLS to sell, I will be able to give that to you. And they agreed. And so our students saw, I spruced the house up just enough in Northwest to be able to put it on the market to sell. And hopefully at the end of the day, they'll get what they want. I'll make about 50 or 60,000. I have my agreement with them, and then they'll have an agreement with the seller. That's what a novation is. Let's see. Karen is saying, is there a double closing with it? No, there's only one closing. There's only one closing. So if I'm the initial buyer, I'm not going to closing. I'm not going out and getting any financing. All I'm doing is, and in some cases, you don't have to do anything to the property. If the property is already in move-in condition, like I got a call today for a property in Waldorf that I'll be seeing on Monday, this coming Monday, in Waldorf. And from the pictures online, doesn't look like it needs any work. She wants $350. What I'm going to try to do is a novation on that one, where I think I can get $400 for it. So if in person, if the property looks like it does online, and she's happy with what she's going to net at the $350, I'm going to be in an agreement with her and sign a contract with her. Then I'm going to be totally transparent. What's going to be on the, I'm going to sell it to an end buyer, not a cash buyer, but a buyer that wants to buy the property and live in it, because obviously we can sell property for more to an end buyer who will buy at market value versus a cash buyer who has to buy below market, fix the house up, then sell it to an end buyer. But if the numbers work out, and obviously I'll try to negotiate. She's already at $350. You know, I'll try to negotiate a little bit. But if it looks like it does, if the house looks like it does in person as it does online, I'm going to bring a contract. I may even send her a contract before I go so she can go over the contract. I'll just leave the sales price blank, and then we'll sign a contract. And I'm happy if everything works out. I'm happy to buy it for $350, $340. Let her know what I plan to do, and then put it on the market. I think the house is vacant. Put it on the market, try to get an end buyer at $400, $410. I did see $410, but at least at $400. And then after closing costs, so I deduct the closing costs from me. I will tell her that I'm paying all the closing. And in this case, I'll tell her that on a novation. And then so she'll get her money, and then I'll get the rest, maybe $20,000, $30,000. That's what a novation is.
So Greg, real quick, how long will you list that property for?
Hopefully less than 30 days. Less than 30 days. So Cynthia, novation is simply, the difference is on a novation, you or me, I'm selling to an end buyer, not a cash buyer. I'm trying to sell to an end buyer, not a cash buyer. And you can list it as an agent. Absolutely. You can list it. But you wouldn't charge yourself or charge them a commission, but you can list it. Unless you're saying, can you list mine in Waldorf? I don't know if that's what, is that what she's saying? She's trying to get a listing? Okay, so hopefully you guys understand what a novation is now. I think on top of what I just explained, the way I really learned about it was I just looked at a couple YouTube videos.
I think another lesson here, Greg, is that you have the expertise to know whether to wholesale or whether a novation deal is possible. Right. And so, guys, I think another lesson here is that you know, if you get an opportunity, you know, let Greg check it out, because you may make more money on being a novation opportunity versus a wholesale opportunity.
I think first, though, to Keith's point, you've got to learn what wholesaling is. You've got to learn that. You've got to learn it. I'm going to go, I'm not too deep of a dive because we're not going to have that much time at a lunch to learn, but you've got to learn, because you've got to know, like, I'm walking in knowing that it's not a good wholesale deal because it doesn't fit the formula. And typically the formula is 70% of the after repair value minus repair costs. Typically it's that. And so if I'm walking in and I already know what they want and they're not budging, and I know what the after repair value is, I know that when I look at my exit strategy on that investment opportunity, it can't be a wholesale deal. The numbers don't work. Then I go to, do I actually want to buy and hold the property, or is a novation the next opportunity? Is a novation the next opportunity? And so Karen, Aaron, I don't want to go too deep into like net listings and things like that, because I know where you're going with that. It's an easy explanation, but I don't want to get everybody confused on that. And so DM me and I'll discuss that with you. So Cynthia, I'll send, there is a novation contract. It's not for both sides, just one contract. It's just one contract. Any other questions, you guys? We ended up staying a little longer than we thought, didn't we? We always.
Yeah. Well, guys, we hope to see you Friday and Saturday, but let us know one way or the other.
I'm writing down Karen's name. I mean, Kareem's name, so I can explain it to her. So again, you guys, if there's no other questions, we've got some opportunity for you guys to come out and see us live. We've got a really nice event on Friday, Lunch and Learn in Greenbelt. Contact us if you don't have that information. Also, Saturday, if you want to follow us around, shadow us in Baltimore, we're going to look at 2 of our students' properties to see how they bought the properties, what they bought it for, any questions in terms of contractors, things like that. And then we've got the 3-day course, you guys. I just put a link in here, Bennett Boot Camps / 3-day course. If you're interested in a 3-day course, or if you want to DM me with any questions, like Kareem has a question, I want to talk to her, and then anything else, you guys. All right, you guys, I'm going to take the rest of my allergy medication so I can be 100% for you guys on Friday and Saturday. But in between time, if you guys have any questions or if you have any deals, I'll be out in the field, honestly, almost every morning. So if you have any properties you want me to vet for you, almost every morning, not tomorrow morning, but almost every other morning, I'll be out in the field. And so if you have a property you want me to vet for you, take a look at, give you my opinion, I'm happy to do so. All right, you guys, take care. God bless. I'll talk to you guys soon. Good night.
Good night, everyone.